Now, 2-1 Penguins lead halfway through the third period, 10 minutes to go. True Sports episode 96 is on the air. Looks like looks like the Blackhawks have just tied it at 2.
Yeah.
The Rangers lead 7-1, but the Orioles are threatening with the bases loaded and 2 out.
Uh-oh.
Rangers
Oh.
just made a pitching change.
Oh, dear. Just when I thought the game was in the bag.
Yeah, Rangers lead the series 2-0. Astros clobbered the Twins 9-1 already.
All right.
Scored four runs in the first and 3 runs in the ninth. Yeah,
That's sticking it to him.
that completes close to a rout.
Oh, yeah.
Jose Leclerc. It's spelled Leclerc, but it's pronounced Leclerc.
Right.
Comes on to pitch for the Rangers. First pitch to Hicks inside, ball 1. Aaron Hicks, pinch hitting, 253 average the past season. 8 home runs, 36 RBIs, 753 OPS. Strike 1. Strike called, strike 1, 1-1. The 1-1, swing and a miss. 1-2 on a cutter from Leclerc.
Oops.
Rangers fans urging Leclerc to get out of the bases loaded 2-out jam.
Yeah.
The 1-2, way high, 2-2.
Ooh. Yeah.
2-2, low and inside. Very close, but low and inside. 3-2 on Hicks. One more ball and it's 7-2.
Oh, boy.
Leclerc in the process is already one strike away from getting out of the jam. Full count pitch, swing and a foul. Payoff pitch, that is.
Yeah.
There are a few Oriole fans over there.
Yeah, I got to come from somewhere.
Another payoff. Ground ball to first. Toss to Leclerc, the pitcher, and that ends the inning. That ends the threat.
Ugh.
We go to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Still 7-1 Rangers. It's tied at 2. Malkin to Letang. Intercepted by the Blackhawks here. They take it over the blue line. Penguins steal it. Take it left to right. Smith. Pass across the Chicago blue line. Fend it off. Stick check. Poked. And it's going back. That puck is going back and forth across the rink, across the neutral zone. Puck is behind the goal line, behind the crease line. And a one-timer save by Mrazek on Gensel. Gensel a one-timer, but Mrazek with a nifty glove save. And remains tied at 2. Carlson with a backhand centering pass through the slot. Mrazek thus far 32 saves. What's that sound?
Oh, hang on. I'll get rid of that. I'll get rid of that.
Yeah.
I gotta know how to get rid of that.
Puck cleared through the neutral zone by the Blackhawks. Penguins have to retrieve it. Penguins dump it in. Carter on the forecheck. Dumps it back in. Behind the net. Penguins dump it in. Mrazek plays it back. Carter with a shot deflected wide. The Blackhawks intercept. Nice move there. Bit of an off pass, but played nicely through the neutral zone. And the Blackhawks will have to change on the fly. And the Penguins dump it in again. Shots are 34-33 Penguins, still tied at 2. That's very even.
Yes.
Just one shot off. Penguins barely outshoot the Blackhawks by just one shot. Puck drop between the Seattle Kraken and the defending Stanley Cup champion Vegas Golden Knights, 11:14 p.m. Eastern Time.
Wow. Yeah, I was wondering what happened to that game.
another pad save by Mrazek. That's shot on goal number 35 by the Penguins. Penguins on the attack. Pass tipped, but it gets through. But another pass intercepted, and the Blackhawks clear. Malkin pass near side to Letang. Back to Malkin across the Chicago line. There's Connor Bedard out there. Blackhawks take it the other way. Centering feed blocked off. Inaccurate pass there as the Penguins take it the other way from left to right. Chicago almost intercepts, but the Penguins. Bedard has just over 20 minutes of ice time. Broken stick. Shot blocked. As the Penguins get on the attack, but the Blackhawks steal and take it the other way. There's Connor Bedard with the puck. Stick handling. Pass into the slot. Interfered with, no penalty. Donato, though, almost reaches it from behind the net. But the Penguins cleared to neutral ice. And now a loose puck stolen by Rust. Busts in, has it stolen. Foligno. Corey Perry. Pass, score! Centering pass.
Yeah.
Dickinson gets the goal. It's 3-2 Blackhawks with 4:31 left to play in the third period.
All right.
I'm starting to get warmed up on my play-by-play as the Kalkaska Battlers semi-pro hockey season is about a month away. It is actually underway, but I'm only announcing the home games. Their first home game is not until next month.
Long wait.
Yeah, but only 2 road games this month.
Ah.
Both on Saturdays.
Okay.
both on separate Saturdays.
Right.
So Blackhawks last season, 8 multi-goal comeback wins, tied for second most in the NHL.
Yeah.
Jason Dickinson, 9 goals last season, that tied a career high since the 2019 to 2020 season.
Yeah.
That tied his career high.
Now comes
There's
the tough part.
Dickinson dumping
Holton.
it into the Penguin end of the rink where Rust has to get it. Blackhawks intercept and dump it back in.
Come on.
4 minutes and counting, third period. Carlson and Kachuk battle for the puck. Penguins come up with it. They try to take it the other way. They'll have to dump it into the Blackhawk zone. Blackhawks on the attack again, up 3-2 with under 3.5 to go in the third period. Centering pass, shot, save. And the Penguins come away with it 3-on-2. And they come in offside, and Mrazek makes a pad save anyway. And now a brawl emerges from the right faceoff circle toward Mrazek. Oh man, there's a fight going on.
Oh yeah.
3:12 to go. Switching back to Game 3 of the ALDS between the Orioles and the Rangers. That's in commercial break.
Yeah.
And now Blackhawks and Penguins is going to go into commercial break, but it's now 7-1. It's still 7-1 Rangers. 2 outs, bases empty. The Orioles make a pitching change. So yeah, both games are in commercial break. So
all right.
through the first
And
part of
away
your
we
True
go.
Sports Report, Part 1.
And away we go. All right. Well, with 3:12 to go in the third period, the Blackhawks do lead the Penguins 3-2. And this Crosby scored a goal and Rust has scored a goal. And Dickinson, Delano, and Goodman scored for the Blackhawks. Okay. As we mentioned, the Knights and the Kraken will take off at 11:14 p.m. And earlier this afternoon, or this evening rather, Lightning beat the Predators 5-3. Well. On tomorrow's schedule, the first really full day of the league, it goes like this. The Canadiens take on the Leafs at 7. Also at 7 will be the Senators and Hurricanes. 7:30, the Blackhawks take on the Bruins. 10 p.m., the Jets take on the Flames. Also the Oilers and Canucks and Avalanche and Kings also at 10 p.m.
Yenier Cano takes the mound for the Baltimore Orioles. 72 games, 1-4 record, 2.11 ERA, 13 walks, 65 strikeouts in this past regular season for the O's. For the Orange Birds. Yep. Josh Jung, 1 for 3 tonight, a single in the second inning and a run scored. This series 4 for 11, 1 home run, 11 RBIs. Leads off of is actually up next with 2 out. First pitch strike called, 0-1. The 0-1, chopper to third, just fair, tough play, throw to first, not in time. Jung with an infield single with 2 out. Coming off the pitching change. Marcus Semien is up next, followed by Kyle Seager. Semien is 1 for 4. First pitch to Simeon is inside and a little bit low. Ball one, 1-0. Letty Tavares is 0 for 3 actually. Looks like he's pinch hitting for. Oh wait, that's Simeon is on deck now. Here's a line drive to center field. That's where Cedric Mullins camps under and makes the catch. They go to the bottom half. They go to the top of the ninth. Checking in on Blackhawks and Penguins, still 3-2 Blackhawks, under 2.5 to go. Penguins hold it in. They have an extra skater on for an empty net. Shot goes wide and all the way down the other way, and Malkin has to retrieve it. Penguins only down 1, empty net with over 2 minutes to go. Penguins hold it in. Here's a slap shot save by Mrazek. Held in and then taken down. No call. And Malkin will have to retrieve it. Penguins dump it in from in front of the Blackhawk blue line. Now a scramble for the puck. Puck comes loose and Foligno comes up with it for the Blackhawks. Nick Foligno dumps it in. No, empty net. No. And then Dickinson with a centering pass. And Foligno actually comes up with the empty net goal. And it's now 4-2 Blackhawks with 1:27 left to play in the third period. I think the Penguins pulled their goaltender a little bit too soon. They were only down 1 with over 2 minutes to go.
That's too soon to do it anyway.
Yep. Nick Foligno. Now with a goal and an assist. And 14:05 ice time. Penguins win the faceoff at center. It's 4-2 Blackhawks. Due up for the Baltimore Orioles, Austin Hayes, Cedric Mullins, and Jordan Westberg. Now the Penguins have to rush for 2 goals to tie it. Just under a minute to go. Centering feed deflected. Penguins still have it. Centering feed one-timer saved Mrazek and he hangs on. 46.3 seconds to go. Blackhawks win the faceoff. Penguins try to forecheck. Malkin with a shot and a save by Mrazek with a glove. 38.7 seconds left. Blackhawks win yet another faceoff. They try to find some open space to clear. There's a pass and a clearing attempt, but no dice. Malkin passed behind the net. Penguins on the attack. 19 seconds left. Shot blocked and cleared. Icing will be the call with 13.3 seconds left. Yeah, this one's over. Blackhawks are going to win 4-2. Cedric Mullins just grounded out. Actually, Austin Hayes just popped out. Cedric Mullins 0 for 3 with a ground out, line out, and a fly out. First pitch, ground ball to second. It's a high one. One hopper. Throws to low. Simeon throws to low at first, 2 up, 2 down. The Rangers
Right.
just 1 out away from moving on to the ALCS. Just
All
like
right.
that.
I like
They
it.
lead 7-1. Ugh. Here's Jordan Westberg, swing and a miss. Swung for the fences there, strike one.
Oh.
The 0-1s, check swing foul, 0-2. Orioles are
Come
down to the
on.
last strike of the season.
Unbelievable.
Leclerc to the stretch, the leg kick and the 0-2, swing and a miss. Leclerc strikes out Westberg, and the Rangers are headed, indeed, to the ALCS. Man, those Orioles failed miserably.
Unbelievable. 101 wins in the regular season, and they go down in flames.
No kidding, Kenny. No kidding, kiddo.
Yeah.
First ALCS appearance since 2011, where they beat the Tigers in 6 games,
Yeah.
only to lose to the Cardinals in 7.
I remember that.
Game 6 in the bottom of the ninth. Texas had that game won with a
Yeah.
deep catch in the outfield, and it was blown.
Twice. And then David Freese in the bottom of the 11th, first pitch. Like, oh no.
Yep.
I saw
So the
that game. I
Rangers.
remember it. Yuck.
Yep. So the Rangers celebrate on the mound, all over the field.
Yeah.
So the Rangers will take on either the Astros or the Twins in the American League Championship Series.
Oh boy.
Phillies and Braves series tied at 1. And the Diamondbacks lead their series against the Dodgers 2-0. Did you take a look at that Dave Roberts Over Manager 2023 video that I sent you late last night?
I didn't have a chance to look at it, but I just saw it. Oh boy, it's gonna be murder if they lose tomorrow.
Yeah, but I wanted to send that YouTube video
Yeah.
ahead of time. It's only like 3 minutes long.
All right. It's if they lose tomorrow, it's gonna be this will go down as one of the greatest chokes in playoff history. So we've seen part 1 just now.
Yep. First the Rays choke, and now the Orioles choke. Goodness gracious.
Great balls of fire.
Yeah.
I had to do it. Sorry.
Hashtag go and take it on X.
Yeah. X. I still can't get used to that name. X.
Yep.
X. What a name.
Mm-hmm. So
Ugh.
oh come on, what the fuck? Orioles stole one from the Mariners playbook. The Lions have released cornerback Darius Phillips and wide receiver Trey Quinn
Oh.
from the practice squad, and signed cornerback Anthony Averett and tight end Anthony Firkser to the practice squad. Darius Phillips and Trey Quinn were called up from the practice squad to the active roster by the Lions. Blackhawks beat the Penguins 4-2. Rangers beat the Orioles 7-1.
Yeah.
Eovaldi saluting his Rangers fans.
Can't blame him.
Yep.
All right.
First ALCS appearance in 12 years for the Texas Rangers.
Yeah. Let's hope this
So,
time it gets a better result.
all right. So, yeah, the Rangers, they swept the Orioles. Looks like
Yeah.
it's sweeping time. Gotta sweep, sweep, sweep.
Get the brooms ready. Oh boy.
Yep. So,
Yeah.
we're going to continue on with our true sports report. Go ahead. Continue.
Okay, even despite that bad pun. Okay. So, for those of you who are just joining us, it's official. The Texas Rangers, they sweep the Orioles. Unbelievable. 7-1. Evaldi got the win. Kremer got the loss. Oh boy. How about that? So tomorrow on the schedule, it goes like this. In game 4, we'll have the Astros taking on the Twins at 2:07. In game 3 of the NLDS, we'll have the Braves take on Philly. The Orioles will take on that series is over, and the Dodgers will take on the D-backs tomorrow at 9:07. Dodgers need a win or forget it. That is just, I mean, to have the best 3 teams go down in flames in the division round, I just find it mind-boggling. Okay, so over to the NBA with the preseason still continuing on, and it goes down like this. The Clippers are leading the Jazz 41-33, 3:22 to go in the first half. Clarkson has 10 points and Covington has 9. With just over a minute to go in the second quarter here, the Nuggets are leading the Suns 49-44. Murray has 9 points and Okaji has 8 points. The Blazers are playing New Zealand and they're leading 36-32, 4:35 to go in the second. McDowell has 7 points. That's for the New Zealand team, and Ayton has 6 points. Big surprise of the day. You're going to love this, people. Real Madrid played against the Mavericks, and Real Madrid came out on top 127-123. Exum had 13 points and 9 assists. And Pointer had 19 points, 10 rebounds, and 6 blocks for Real Madrid. Unbelievable. Wizards over the Tap-ins, 145-82. I don't know where that location is though. On to the rest of the normal games. Hawks over the Cavaliers, 108-107. Orko had 19 points and Forrest had 13 points. The Heat over the Hornets, 113-109. Hayward had 15 points and Bryant had 15 points and 8 rebounds. What the? Hold it. Cut. Well, how did that happen? Okay, continuing on. The Rockets over the Pacers, 122-103. Naismith, 18 points, and Easton had 11 points, 8 rebounds. The Grizzlies over the Bucks, 108-102. Crowder had 14 points, and Bain had 21 points. And finally, the Magic over the Pelicans, 122-105. Carter Jr. had 18 points. Valkunis had 11 rebounds and 7 points. All right, so tomorrow's schedule, and it goes down this way. This computer will cooperate. There we go. Only 2 games tomorrow, as the Boston Celtics will take on the 76ers at 7 o'clock, and the Kings take on the Lakers at 10 o'clock. Kind of low even for preseason. All right, so on with the rest of today's news, and we go. First up, as the NHL begins its regular season today, the Colorado Avalanche claimed goaltender Ivan Prostov off of waivers just yesterday. He was 4-3-0 with a goals against average of 3.8 A save percentage of 8.80 last season with 7 games for the Coyotes. They drafted the Russian native in the 4th round of the 2018 draft. Over parts of 3 seasons, he was 4-6-1 with a 4.07 GAA and a save percentage of 8.71 in 13 games with the Coyotes. 13 days with 13 games. Well, still. All right. Just a second here while I check something out over here. All right, we'll move on. I have more news here. Running back James O'Connor is expected to miss multiple weeks after suffering a knee injury and Sunday's loss to the Bengals. Ugh. Connor is a candidate to be placed on injury reserve, said by a few sources. The injury occurred on Connor's 35-yard run in the second quarter. After the game, the Arizona Cardinals coach John Gannon, or Jonathan Gannon as the case may be, said that Connor's foot might have been stuck in the ground when he twisted his knee. Now, that's unusual. Connor went to the locker room after suffering the injury. He returned to the sideline in full uniform, but did not play the rest of the game. He was replaced by rookie Imari DiMercato. Before the injury, Connor had 46 yards on 6 carries, and that was from there. Gannon said that yesterday the Cardinals were sorting through Connor's injury. Despite their 1-4 record, Connor leads the team with 364 rushing yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. Quarterback Joshua Dobbs and running back Rondale Moore are next on the line with 116 and 142 yards respectively. Connor's injury, though, was another blow to the depth chart, as his backup Keontae Ingram has been inactive for the past 2 games with a neck injury. The depth chart also includes DeMarco practice squad running back Corey Clement, who has been elevated the past 2 games. The Cardinals also claimed the running back off of waivers from the Saints. And those Saints just go marching in. Oh boy. Yeah. Okay. I found a real tragedy story here, sort of. Those of you of a certain age might remember a gymnast by Mary Lou Retton. Well, it turns out that she's not doing so well. She's actually fighting for her life in a Texas hospital, said by her daughter McKenna on social media. Retton is suffering from a rare form of pneumonia and is in intensive care and is not able to breathe on her own. Her daughter McKenna started a fundraiser campaign to help pay for medical expenses. As it turns out, she does not have insurance. She does not have medical insurance. Retton was just 16 when she captured America's hearts and won the gold and became the first American to win gold in gymnastics. She got 2 perfect 10s in the all-around. I remember that very well. Overall, she had 5 medals at the 94 Olympics, which concludes the gold, 2 silver, and 2 bronze. Well, we wish all the best for Mary Lou. You know, I remember that actually, and my sister was also I was a big fan of hers too. When that occurred, that was like one of our best Olympics that we ever had. Okay, back to more news here. The Colorado Avalanche landed defenseman Caleb Jones today for Callahan Burke. Last season, Jones scored 4 goals and 16 assists and averaged 19 plus minutes of ice time with the Blackhawks. He signed a 1-year deal with the Hurricanes on August 10th before he cleared waivers last week. Jones had 36 assists and 14 goals in 217 games for the Oilers and Blackhawks. His brother Seth is a defenseman for the Blackhawks, and his dad, Popeye Jones, played in the NBA. Yeah, I remember that. Burke scored 39 points last season for the Colorado Eagles, which is in the AHL, and Jones was assigned to the Eagles. Yeah, I remember Popeye Jones. I certainly do. Oh, you know what? Last night we actually we had some college football action last night, so I'm gonna go back and look at that. I'm gonna go back and look at that because we or actually tonight we had some college football action, to be honest. Yeah. there is some college action, even though it's not top 25. But nevertheless, I always find noteworthy that we should take it.
Hmm.
So it goes like this. All right, Coastal Carolina over Appalachia State, 27-24. Louisiana, Mid Tennessee over Louisiana Tech, 31-23, and Liberty over Jacksonville State, 31-13. And we actually have two matchups tomorrow. UTEP takes on Florida International at 7:30. That's on ESPN2. And Sam Houston takes on New Mexico State. That's at 9 o'clock on CBS Sports Network. Yeah. I just thought it was a little bit early to be playing games like that in October. I always thought they wait till towards the end of the month. Caught me off guard. What can I say? All right, so moving on. Victor Wembanyama and Chet Holmgren face each other in a preseason showdown. Wembanyama was the top overall draft pick in the draft and was filled with excitement as he played his first preseason minutes as a member of the Spurs. He felt a fire within him as the Spurs traveled to Oklahoma City on Sunday to face the Thunder, or as I call them, the Blunder. It also was the debut for the number 2 draft pick, Chet Holmgren, who missed all of last season with a right foot injury. Yeah, I remember that very well. Holmgren and the Thunder held off the Spurs and went for a 122-121 victory. That's as narrow as it can get. But in limited time, both players shared the court and showed what they could do before the opening tip-off. Holmgren was the early aggressor, drawing from the top of the key and drawing contact to earn multiple trips to the foul line. Victor's first points came on a putback dunk off a free throw over Holmgren as he stayed to his left and caught the ball on the right side on the side of him for a pullback. They went at each other a few times, and Spurs coach Greg Popovich says, this is interesting. It showed their character and competitiveness, and they did it within reason. Neither player shot horrible, as they were not trying to outdo each other. It's just basic basketball, and the gods will agree that they'll be fun to watch over their careers. I think they might have something here because I think these two might be worth all the hype. Now, according to Caesars Sportsbook, Wembanyama and Holmgren are two of the top 3 favorites for Rookie of the Year. The other one is the Blazers' Scoot Henderson. Oh, yeah, that's another possibility there too. It also stated also turned to be a pretty good scoring match for them as well, as Wembanyama, who only 2 points of his 6-minute stint in the third quarter, finished with 20 points on 8 for 13 shooting and 2 for 5 from distance and 2 of 3 on free throws to go with 5 rebounds, 2 steals, and a block. Wow. As for Holmgren, he had 21 points on 7 of 10 shooting and 9 rebounds in just over 16 minutes. So it's a very impressive start for these young gentlemen here. Are they worth the hype? Too soon to tell. But hey, even Magic and Bird weren't really that great when they first started either. Not at first they weren't. Okay, so moving on. To continue here. The Winnipeg Jets announced yesterday that franchise cornerstones Mark Sheffley and Connor Halebuck signed identical 7-year contract extensions carrying an average annual value of $8.5 million. Both players were into their final years of their current deals and were expected to become unrestricted free agents this July 1st of 2024. The 2 star players who have spent their entire careers with the Jets will both be 38 when the deals expire. Both players fielded questions throughout the offseason and training camp about their desire to stay with the long term. Ultimately, general manager Kevin Sheldanoff pestered himself of rumors of possible trade partners for the players, was able to keep them in the fold and remove any distractions, open the regular season against the Capitals tomorrow. Sheffield was drafted 7th overall in the 2011 draft and has been one of the team's top forwards for over a decade. In 723 career games, he has 645 points with 272 goals while carrying a heavy workload at 5-5 and on special teams. Hellebuck was a 5th round draft pick with the Jets in 2012, has not only been one of the Jets' top minder, but one of the league's top goaltenders since 2016. He has started in 4 in 10 games. That's more than any other goaltender in that span. He has a 235, 143, and 36 record with a 2.68 G goals against average. He will now be paid as one of the league's best on par with the Islanders' Iowa Sorkin, and right behind the Panthers' Sergei Paparovsky. The Jets made the postseason last year, but lost to the Golden Knights in the first round of the Western Conference playoffs. And of course, the Vegas Golden Knights went on to become Stanley Cup champions. Speaking of that, the Carolina Panthers are the betting favorites to win the Stanley Cup. I swear, folks, I do not make this up. The Hurricanes are the favorites at 15-2, according to Caesars Sportsbook, followed by the Avalanche and Oilers at 8-1, the Maple Leafs at 9-1, and for you Devils fans, 10-1, and the defending champion Knights at 12-1. The Hurricanes have been the contenders under Rob Brindamore, boasting the league's best record over the last 5 seasons, but have not been able to get past the conference finals in that time span. The Panthers, I should say, the Hurricanes, I should say, have not won since 2006. It's a long time ago. However, the Avalanche have attracted more bets to win the Cup than any other team at DraftKings, including a $2,300 wager at 10-1, the largest reported by a sportsbook. The Oilers, Bruins, and Devils have all popular bets on DraftKings as well. The Bruins are 18-1 to win the Cup after coming off their most successful regular season in history with 65 wins, 135 points, only to become the biggest choke artist in playoff history as they lost to the Panthers in the first round. And I do mean they choked. Wow. I would have thought for sure that they would have, at least got to at least the conference finals. Oh dear. All right, moving along here. Okay, just to be clear, some of this. Okay, there we go. Bills linebacker Matt Milano and defensive tackle Daquan Jones will be sidelined indefinitely with injuries sustained during the loss to the Jaguars on Sunday. Milano was out with a pectoral. Milano and Jones with a pectoral injury, and both will require surgery. Coach Sean McDermott said it is not determined if both players are lost for the entire season. The injuries come a week after cornerback Trey Davis-White suffered a season-ending Achilles injury in the first quarter, which was pretty painful in its own right. And that was the game was in London. Milano sustained the injury on a 3rd and 6 from the Bills' 10-yard line on the Jaguars' second scoring drive. Trevor Lawrence threw an incomplete pass to wide receiver Christian Kirk in the end zone, with defensive end Ed Oliver applying early pressure and then several Bills defenders coming in to try to bring down the quarterback. Milano was one of the top defenders who came in late, falling on top of a pile of players. After the play, he was visibly shaken up, and athletic trainers had to escort him off the field. He was then carted off from the sideline and headed to the locker room. Milano was a first-team All-Pro and made the Pro Bowl for the first time in his career. He had 27 tackles, 1 interception, and 2 passes defended this season, and the Bills signed to a 2-year contract extension that runs through 2026. As for Jones, he had 2.5 sacks and 5 quarterback hits this season, and has been a consistent presence in the center of the Bills' defensive line, and one of the underrated performers on the defense that leads the league in sacks. What the hell? What? Excuse me for a minute. What's I don't know how that happened. I must hit a button by mistake. Okay. The Nationals are shaking things up, are shaking Dave Manager's staff after another last place finish and decide not to renew the contracts of bench coach Tim Bogar, third base coach Gary Sorrentian, and first base coach Eric Young Jr., as assistant hitting coach Pat Rustler, that according to multiple reports. Pitching coach Jim Hickey, however, will remain with the team next season. The news comes a week after the Nationals finished with a 71-91 record, which was 16 games better than their previous season, but are still in the dreaded rebuilding mode. Yes, the dread R word. Martinez led the Nationals to a 2019 World Series, signed a two-year deal in August, and general manager Mike Rizzo was given a multi-year extension last month. The existing contracts for both the manager and GM were due to expire at the end of the just concluded regular season, in which there are a lot of uncertainty around a team that has been in the middle of an effort to turn things back on the field and has been for sale off it. Oklahoma wide receiver Andrew Anthony, who leads the team in receiving yards, will miss the rest of the season with a knee injury that will require surgery, said by head coach Brent Venables, as he told reporters last night. It is God's plan, as said in Romans 8:18. Consider that our present sufferings are not worth comparing with the glory that will be revealed within us. Thank you for the love and support from Sooners Nation, Anthony said in a statement. Anthony was a transfer from Michigan, sustained the injury in the fourth quarter in Saturday's win over Texas. He had 5 receptions for 42 yards in the game, and for the season, 27 receptions for 429 total yards. Not bad. During his time at Michigan, Anthony had 19 receptions for 328 yards before transferring to Oklahoma in January. Injuries are never a good thing. So day in, day out, we are going to help our brother up, says Jahil Farquo, who is Oklahoma's second leading receiver with 415 yards and 2 scores, told by reporters. After he gets surgery and treatment, he'll be back in no time. I can't wait for him to touch the field again. Oklahoma, which is 5th ranked, also a starting guard, McCade Mature, with a sprained ankle to Texas. Venables said Mature, we are looking at the best case scenario for him to be back sooner rather than later. Metier is a second-year transfer student who started from Cal. Well, after all, they're moving conferences from the west to the east, so go figure. The Braves are still alive as they pulled off a comeback win over the Phillies last night in what was a historic double play to go with it. Having rallied from a 4-run deficit, the Braves were holding on to a 5-4 lead in the ninth when Bryce Harper on first base and Nick Castellanos up at bat with 1 out. Castellanos hit a deep fly ball that would have been a home run in 5 other ballparks.
Oh, Nick Castellanos, the former Tiger?
Nick Castellanos, yep. It would have been a home run in other ballparks, but not here. Statcast gave it a 6.
Well, almost a home run. It would have been a double, the way I saw it.
Yeah, but in some ballparks, it would have been, because of the structure of the stadium. So I get that. Yeah. I mean, look what happened with the Yankees in 2003. Okay. Michael Harris, who made a double play earlier, leaped to catch the ball, hitting the outfield wall, then set to his feet to relay the ball back into the infield at second base. As Harris called the ball, Harper took about 5 steps at second base, usually staying in front of base to make sure the ball is not caught. But Harris thought the ball was clearly over his head, and Harris did not think he would catch it, and made the catch and saved the win for the Braves. Austin Riley scooped the ball and backhanded and threw in a single motion like fielding a slow roller at third base. That ended the game, completing the first 8-5-3 double play in postseason history. And, get this, the first double play ever to involve an outfielder to end a postseason game. Until that, I heard that. I didn't know that. I thought outfielders did it more often. No. So we saw a bit of history, and that was that home right there. I think turned the tables for the Braves' fortunes. Maybe they got enough stamina to get make this a series. We'll see. All right, so we'll check the remaining scores here. As now in the just the beginning stages of the first period, the Knights and Kraken are scoreless, but I'm sure that'll change as the night goes on. We'll check the NBA scores. At the half, the Clippers lead the Jazz 49-39. Markkanen has 13 points and 6 assists. Kawhi Leonard has 16 points. The Suns lead the Nuggets. The Nuggets lead the Suns 59-53. 9:48 to go in the third. Murray now has 12 points and Okaji has 10 points and 6 rebounds. And at the half, the Blazers are up on New Zealand 48-39. My notes I believe are complete this evening, so I'll just turn back over to you.
All right. Oh, that's it, huh? All right.
Yeah.
So, True Sports episode 96 is in the can. We'll be back like Thursday night. Ed Smith and I are going to go on my other show, the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast, tomorrow night at 10. So check it out on YouTube at the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast. So until Thursday night, episode 97 for Lewis, I'm Taylor. Ta-ta.
Good night.